Good morning, my friends. This is Tanya at Sidegigcrafts. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I am excited to be playing again this morning. I have got some, I had this out yesterday or the day before, I don't remember when, and I wanted to use it and play with it a little bit. So I've actually gone ahead and embossed a couple pieces of paper, black and white, and we're going to play with this a little bit today and see what we can come up with. I was thinking, if nothing else, we can make a journal spot or journaling card or tags or something out of it. But I wanted to try some mixed media on here too, because I kind of want to see how some of these things respond together. So I've got a black piece and a white piece. My journal that I'm making currently is black and white. We're also going to probably put the cover on the inside of that journal, but I wanted to see about making something out of these also. So just kind of a couple different random things. I'm still going to think about that for a minute. I want to go ahead and put some stamping on these pieces. They were still on my desk from yesterday. I want to finish them up, get them off my desk. So we're just going to take this big old stamp. I've got some random stuff going on, guys, and I just want to get it done. Just get these pieces so I can put them away. So I think this is the last of it, of these scraps that I wanted to use. And we got some ink on there, so I'll move these aside a little bit. I hope you guys are doing great. Today is Tuesday. It's a Tag Tuesday. It's a terrific Tuesday. It's a day off Tuesday for me. So you know it's a good one. I'm going to get lots done today. I'm just going to breathe it into being. Going to get lots done. Okay, so I like this way better, but there's a purpose for that too, so I'm sure of it. Let's go ahead and put this one up. I don't need that stamp for now. I've got a whole bucket, you guys. Look at all these white strips I need to work on. All of these white strips I need to do something with. I got to do something with them, whether it's painting them or I don't know what. But got to do something. They're going to be fun, aren't they? I'll get out my stamps again later today. Okay, so what else can we do with these? We did black and white and red all over yesterday. Oh, I could put some of this on there. This would be fun. I think if I take just a side of this stamp, because obviously it's not gonna, well, let's put two strips together. Let's do it at the same time. We'll make make fast of it, okay? Make it quick. Will I fit 3? No, but I can fit 2. See if that'll work. I'm sure we'll get something out of it. That's cute. It's not solid, but that's okay because they can be used as background pieces. So those will be done. Let's just do that to the rest of these too. Yeah. Yeah. It won't show as much if I do it that way. So let's just go, well, we've got to do 2 at a time because that's all it'll fit. What if, so here's an idea. What if I kind of go this way and then put red at the top? I still have my mahogany? I do. So let's just put red on the flower parts. It's going to blend and bleed a little, and that's cool. That's all right if they overlap, if it's not perfect in one color or the other. Let's just make sure those flowers are on. Leave it on for a minute. Hopefully some of that ink will soak in. Not very obvious, but it does show. See how the difference? That's cute. I'm going to leave it just like that. Again, we can adjust those when we're ready to use them. Let's try it one more time. We'll use this side. And we'll just get those stems in black. There we go. Oh, I like that. That one turned out really good. Can you see it? Sorry. That's really cute. This is going to be fun in collage and things too. All right, so we'll put that stamp aside. We're done with that for now. I'll wipe off my desk and see what is next. Let's go ahead. I think I want to try to put this cover on the inside of the journal because it's going to be wet. So I'm going to have to set it aside anyway. Where is it? Here it is. There it is. And we can use the extra, oh, sorry, Gretchen. A little plastic bag fell off the top of the desk and landed on her head. She's over on her little pillow in here, in her little dog bed here. She just had her breakfast. Uh-oh, Cash is calling. She just had her breakfast too, and I let her out and everything. She's yelling at me already. My silly kitty. Maybe today's a good day. I keep promising to introduce you guys to the dragons. Maybe today's a good day for that. Maybe I can come up with a fun little video for that. Because I can't put them all together because they are territorial and they won't like each other. It will cause a ton of stress. And I don't want to do that. Now that we've got everybody through their health issues, their lack of eating and such, I don't want to start it over. But I could probably do some individual little videos for you guys so you can meet them. Oh, what I wanted to do, okay, so this was a test. This is that piece of paper where I tested that the other day. And I wanted to see how the embossing would look through if I did the collage and then did the embossing. It works perfectly. That means that I can use this piece to emboss also. And what I was thinking about doing is using, I had forgotten I was going to do this. I was going to use, I'm going to set that aside for a second, a piece of black to cover the inside of my journal. And then use pieces of this, not this one, but with the, as like plates on the inside. So basically this would frame, this would be the inside piece. This is what I wanted to do. Glue this in. I'll have to look at the seams and do it right so it looks nice. And then use that embossed piece with the tissue like this. But I want to use the leather, the faux leather embossing folder, which is, I just saw it a minute ago. Well, shucks. I might have to do that later because I thought it was here, but it may not be. So we're going to go ahead and cover this though. And what I'd like to do is go ahead and cut it. I need the spine to be strong anyway. I think I'm just going to cut it here so that overlaps. Just do it this way. Okay, that's an easy way to do it. So now I'll have that. Oops, I should have been more careful with that piece, but that's okay. I can still use it. And I'm going to be just gluing this straight down because how tall do I need that? 7 1/4. What did I do? 7 1/4. Okay. I'll show you. My words aren't coming out right, guys. Not coming out right, but you'll see. So I think I'm going to just do a duplicate of this piece, which will cover this side, because this is going to be something separate, but I can actually use that piece to make that happen probably. So I need a duplicate of this piece. That's the next step, or something close. Just other paper. Didn't I grab another one? Thought I did. I really did thought I did. Let's grab another one. Oh, you know what though? Shucky darn. That may not work. You know why? Because this paper is different. All right, I'm going to do that over, but I'm going to use 2 pieces of this paper instead, because I think that other one was the last one of that one. I know it seems weird to worry about black on black, but they're different, and you can tell when they're close together. You may not be able to tell on camera, but you sure can when they're close together. So this is actually, we'll do 6 1/4 by 7 1/4, right? 6 1/4 by 7 1/4. We'll just do both of them at the same time. Now, if you do this, your measurements may be different depending on the size of your box. So 6 1/4 by 7 1/4. I'm always worried that little lever's gonna come down and land on me, like it has so many times. 7 1/4 by 6 1/4. We've got lots of more scraps to play with, don't we? All right, so this is gonna go here, and these are gonna overlap in the spine, so that'll be extra strong, and that's great. Now, before I actually glue this side down though, I wanna go ahead and put my flap in here to make that stronger. So let's go ahead and glue this side down. Didn't put my pin in. Doggone it. Doggone it. Alex, where's my pin? I know you saw it the other day. Where is it? There's one. She commented in the comments, is that a glue pin I see? I should have plenty of them now because I bought a container of them. So I should have plenty, but I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to do better. I'm failing miserably. Now you could use tape for this, or you could use glue. I'm going to use glue because I know it holds up really well. And I feel like the glue makes it stronger. And that's just an opinion. I don't know that there's any truth to that. It just feels like it to me. It feels like it's more like one piece. But I love this glue too. So I'm going to add extra glue here over the seam, because that's going to be important when it's being used. But that holds together really well. So let's line these up the best that we can. Now I can use black ink to go back in and color if any of the white shows, but I'm going to rough up the edges anyway. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to have to cover it with the black once it's roughed up. And I can see I cut a little wonky there. That's all right. We can fix that too. All right. So here's my thought. Now this is going to have to be, is this the same? Yes. I'm going to go ahead and put a fold. Oh man, my chair's too close. Can't get in my drawer. I'm going to put like let's do a 1/2 inch score on there. Do you have to do this? Nah, you can just fold it. But I think this will give me some working space here to make this all kind of fit together, and then we can cut the extra off. I don't want to cut the extra off yet because I'm not sure how much of this is actually extra, because I haven't done this before. I haven't designed this before. So I don't have measurements or anything. We're just winging it, having some fun with our little cookie box here. So we're gonna make it up as we go. Hey, I wanted to shout out an extra hello today to David and Ashley. They are, well, new subscribers, and I just wanted to shout out and say hello. Hello, my friend. And so glad you found us. So here we go. David said, I'm going to watch all the videos. Cool. So he should catch this one. It might be a while. We keep him busy at work, but you know, it might be a while. All right. So there's that. So this is going to go, well, I'm going to have to train this part. Oh, this is turning into a hot mess, it feels like, but it's going to turn out great. It will turn out great because that's what we do here. We make great things. So we don't stop until it's great, or you know what, maybe it ends up in the trash. I don't know. There have been things that I've made that have ended up in the trash, you guys, believe it or not. I make mistakes too. We all do. So if your project isn't perfect, you either work with it until you know you can't fix it anymore, or until you make it great, you know. It's going to turn out one way or the other. All right, so this is going to go this way, and then this is going to go this way. I want to fold it after it dries a little bit more to cover more of this book. And actually, I really like the length of that. I'll probably be putting fabric over the top of this. I'm not sure what fabric yet, but I feel like it needs some. I might cut it a little bit shorter. But let's make sure this is really well glued. Let's go ahead and put in this piece. This is our center, or this is this piece. And we're going to go all the way to the edge on this side so it's not as visible to have that seam. This seam will be in the middle of the spine, so it's not going to show because that's where our signature is going to be sewn in. So it won't show there, so that's perfect. Okay, we're just going to glue this side too. Once again, you can use your different adhesives, whatever you like. This is my very favorite glue, so I rely on it a lot. Okay. Feeling weird putting my glue way over there. It's not where I normally put it. But my desk is a little full at the moment. Today is definitely a clean off the desk day. Definitely, among other things. I've got to do some adulting today. Yep, I need new glasses, so I need to make a doctor's appointment. And I've had my glasses way too long. How long is that? How wide is this part right here? Oops. You know, I should probably make sure that's glued down before I fuss with it. Let's look at it this way. It's about an inch. It's important to know we're going to do 1 3/4 inches. Does that sound right? School board. So we will put this part in here to about 1 3/4 inches. I think will give me plenty of room for a little bit of alligator mouth. And it's just above that cardboard, so that's perfect. Okay, what I also want to do, see it's got just a little border around there. What I'd also like to do is trim just a bit of this off, maybe about 1/2 inch, make it a little bit, and I'm not measuring, I'm just going to cut to about there. I think that'll be a little better size. We're going to just go ahead and toss that. I don't need to keep every scrap. I really don't. All right, let's see, especially with all the ones I've got to work with now. All right, we're going to crease this as we gently lift up so that we're training it in place. And then we're going to end up just folding it carefully. If you go too fast, you're going to tear things. So I'm going to go slow, train those fibers. Make it flat as you can so that it bends nice and neat. Okay, so this is going to end up going this way. And it won't be so warped when we're done with it. It's a little warped now because it's still in beginning processes. We can train that back, so that's not a problem. Okay, so this is basically what we're going to have. We're going to have like a little box, which would be kind of fun, actually, to make a little box. Ooh, you know what, you guys? My brain just clicked into something different. Wouldn't this be cute, since we're doing a little romantical thing, if it was like a little, we could do, oh man, we could do so many things with this. If we made this into like a little clutch or a little purse or something like that, and put a little clasp on the front of it, we could open it up. We could put, I feel like I'm copying somebody, but we could do like an accordion folder in here, and then we could do a journal part. That way we could put tech ephemera in there, like letters and things like that. And then we could decorate the pages. Now, I haven't seen, I feel like this is a little bit kind of what Margaret's doing, but it's different because I haven't seen what she's doing lately. I try not to watch her videos too much because we think a lot alike. But I'm thinking I actually have a purse handle too that I could put on here. Oh, this could be fun. Okay, I think I'm going that direction. I think I am. I think this would be fun. Now, again, I've never done this, so I'm going to have to do a little research to make this work. But I think it's going to be great. So I don't need to put anything here. Like I was going to put the embossed pieces here. Actually, I think I still should. maybe what I'll do is reinforce this part and put some embossed black there. Now, we did do a black piece yesterday. Remember the leather? Remember that? This one's not big enough. And neither would the other one be because this actually fit in the folder. How could I make this work? I could do 2 pieces of it and then put a band. And that would work. If I put a band in the middle, you wouldn't be able to tell it was 2 pieces. So I wasn't done with this though. Let's go back to this for a minute while I'm thinking that through. And I'm gonna try to unroll this a little bit. Let's just try to unroll it so we can work with it. We could put some more black paper on the back. That would make it a little stronger. I probably should do that. Let's just do it. Let's just make it happen. We can use this other black because it won't show. Okay, I'm thinking this through, guys. Let's get out our Mod Podge again. It's gonna have to dry, so it'll be fine. This is so messy. I've had this jar for so long. Now I did get some matte medium, collage matte medium. Is that what I'm trying to say? Yes, it actually came in the mail yesterday and I have it. It's in my drawer, but I'd rather use the Mod Podge on this because it won't show. And so why use the expensive stuff on this part, right? It won't show. We'll use that for other stuff. Okay. This could be fun. This will be fun. I think that was a cute idea that I just had in my head. Now let's see if I can make it happen. Okay, I cut that a little crooked, but that's all right. I'm gonna cut it anyway. So, okay. I'm gonna hold that down for a minute just to make sure it sticks right. And that looks a lot more like patent leather, doesn't it? I know you probably can only see black. Can you see the details on there? We're gonna highlight those though. So they're gonna show a little bit better. And let's put the lid back on here quick. I say quick, but all right. And what I mean by that is we're gonna use, I think, where it is, it's right here in front of me, some gold wax paste. And we're gonna go, I was gonna say lightly, and then I touched too deep. Oh, and I'm getting my paper in there. Let's get some of that back. We just kind of want to touch it a little bit, give it some, you know, different texture, a little bit here and there. And I'm giving it too much, but you know what? Thinking about it, we're going to cut it anyway, so it's going to be all right. It's going to be just fine. Oh, I'm not liking it though. I'm heavy-handed today. I might have to redo this. Or maybe not. Maybe it's fine. You know what I could do? Oh, you know what I should do? That won't work either. I was gonna say I could run it back under the embossing folder, but I won't be able to get the exact placement to make that happen. So that's not gonna work because it would just come up with another design. But what I can do is go ahead and cut this the way I want it. Okay, this is one of our, cut this the size I want it. I don't know why I'm being heavy-handed. I'm just too excited. I don't know. Let's make this happen right. need to square it up. It will matter once it's on there, I think. Now this piece, I'm going to need to, okay, before I do that, I need to make that stronger, right? I'm going to need a piece that's going to fit from here all the way around to the front, and that piece is not going to do it. So I'm going to need yet another piece of that black paper, and that's just fine because I've got a whole ream of it. Not a ream of it. I've got a pack of it though. I do have a pack of it. I bought this for making advent calendars that I haven't made yet. I was going to make one a month for the year. So funny. That didn't happen. Okay, 7 1/4. Totally did not happen. So, did I just mess myself up again? No, actually this is perfect. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, wait. That's also 7 1/4. So, okay, no, that just made me cut it in a piece that was a little more workable. That helps too, except that doesn't look straight at all. Is it? I don't think so. I think my blade is getting like dull. I don't know, but I hope I didn't just make that too short. Probably did. Okay, well, I'll adjust it somehow. I did. I made it a little bit too short. I need to move that wax because I don't want that everywhere. Where'd my towel go? Looks like I need to do laundry too because I am running out of clean towels here. I can do that. I can do that today. Why not? I'm adulting, right? I am adulting, so I can just add that to my list of adulting. All right, so what I'm going to do is, I don't want that down there so far. So let's cut this back to maybe here. Straight, so doggone it. I bent that way crooked, didn't I? Or maybe it's just cut way crooked. I'm not sure which, but we'll just do it this way. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just glue this, and then I'm going to train it like we did before. I'm going to need to trim some of this off. I'm seeing that I've got some really crooked lines. Again, I am planning on roughing up the edges, so that's not going to make a huge bit of difference, but it will some. So I'll use my scissors once we've got this glued down, and we'll work on that a little bit. So I think I'd like to make, I think it'll look cleaner and nicer if I put the scores on there, you guys. I really do. So let me see. Let's mark it. Let's use a pencil. Maybe a pencil that's been sharpened. I always reach for the one that's not sharpened somehow. What is that little bug? I don't know. All right, so there and there. There and there. Of course, it's going to be off a little. Oop. And which one? It's right in the middle. I'll go right there. I don't know if that's exactly right, but that's what I'm going to do. Go this way. so that my pencil marks are on the inside of the paper and won't show. And I think that's going to be a much cleaner look if I do it that way. And then this is going to be a little off, but I can trim that back too. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and glue that down right now. Why am I nervous about this? This isn't for anything but me at this point. This is not for a project or anything, not a design team project. This is just a me. I want to do this thing, and I'm nervous. Why? Goodness. No need for that. I want it to be super cute. That's why. It's definitely not my norm, is it? I think that's what it is. Playing with things I'm not sure about yet, but that's okay. I love to build and create, and that's what we're doing today. Nothing to be nervous about. Do you guys get nervous too? I know some of you do. Some of you tell me all the time. Not all the time. Some of you tell me that you get nervous when you create too, especially the content creators, because people are watching us. People know they're gonna see. And it's a very real nerve thing, but it's okay because we're just having fun. We're just having fun. I was watching a video. I couldn't go back to sleep this morning, and I was watching a video, and this gal, oh, I felt so bad for her. She sounded so nervous. I'm not going to tell you who. That doesn't matter. But I just felt so bad for her because she was making a video, and I didn't look to see, because I was tired and trying to go back to sleep. I didn't look to see how many videos she's made, but she just sounded so nervous while she was creating. I thought, that's not fun. This is supposed to be fun. So I hope, I could go back and look, but I hope she gets more comfortable with it because she was doing a great job. She was awesome. But I could just tell by her voice how nervous she was. And I love that she was on there doing her thing. She had some great tips and stuff. One of these days, because you guys know I like to shout out channels, but one of these days I'll shout her out. I just don't want to point out who it was when I'm saying that she sounded nervous, because I don't want to. I'd rather have you guys go check her out than go check her out because she's nervous. You know what I mean? There we go. There we go. I'm gonna end up cutting myself, huh? I'm just trying to cut this edge off all the way across. I don't know if I'm on screen, guys. I'm sorry. I'm fighting with my scissors. They don't want to go the direction I'm aiming. Make sure those are smoothed down really good. So this is what we've got so far. I am going to round these corners because I think that would be best. I feel like, no, it's straight, it's good. Okay, we are gonna round those corners though. Well, if my corner rounder will behave. It's probably because it's still wet, right? Oh my gosh, my scrapbook.com order's coming today. I think that's what what this thing said. I think it did. I'm very excited about that. I want to go back and order some of the new Tim Holtz stuff. But I also need to save up for a trip I'm taking to go see Josie soon. So I can't spend all my monies. All right, so here's my thought. If I put a piece here, if I cut this here, I'm really not liking how this printed out on here, or the design came out on here. I feel like I did something wrong. Maybe it was too wet and it relaxed or something. But this part's good, decent. So if I cut, I think I can salvage this though. If I cut here-ish, there's a little tiny line there, and then cut that in the middle, I can at least use most of it. Make sure it's straight. And I'm going to cut this in the middle. And if I'm wrong, then, you know, I'll just do it over. And let's see how long this is. This is about 6 inches, so we'll go just under 3, 2 7/8. Okay, now here's my thought. If I put this way, I can put a band over the middle of it as my closure. Do you see what I'm saying? I can put a little, like a strap here that comes down and it'll attach down here. So I can still use that. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because our embossing folders are only so big. So I have to be able to fit the design inside of here. So that's as big as my embossed paper is going to be. So I kind of have to make that work. Now what I need to do is cut that corner, cut this corner. I'm not liking that right there either, but I'm gonna have to work with it. And then we're gonna put these here. This was not what I was intending to do at all, but you guys, I think I love it. I think I love this idea. Be a little glamorous little purse thing. It'll be a journal. It's gonna be a journal. Let's go up off the edge just a little. Yeah, too late for that. That's okay. That's okay. Just make sure I do this one the same. Once this glue decides to catch, it's not going to move. Make sure, okay? That's going to come all the way down here. It's going to feel nice and leathery. Love it. Got a little glue on there, but that's okay. It'll work. All right, so that's going to be the start of our, and then what I'm going to have to do is do the same thing here, and, oh, it's almost wide enough, but I can use this here on the back. So we'll split this one in two also. I don't need to round these corners. I'll just go ahead and put these on here like this. And then I'll just need to make one more piece for the top part. There we go. It's okay if we don't have faux leather. We'll just make our own, right? We will just make our own. And I'm leaving just a little gap. Since there was a little tiny gap on the front, I'm going to leave a tiny gap on the back too. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that yet. I may just use gilding wax and go over it, or I may do something else. I'm not sure. But for now, it's going to be just like that. We've got the start to our enclosure. So I won't do it right now. I'll make another piece for this and we'll do that. I'll do that off camera. But we're off to a good start. Now, I do want to use, I'm still going to use this for the inside here, I think. And I wanted to use a piece that would an embossed piece, right? So is that 6.5 by 7.5? Well, it doesn't matter. It's got to be, it can only be as big as my embossing folder, right? But I wanted to use the leather piece. So we're going to cut this piece to fit here because the other folder's just the same size. So we'll cut this to fit this one. Let me see if it's over on the table behind me. If I can find it straight away, we'll get that done. Also, is it? I think I see it, guys. I think I see it, which makes me get it done. Yes, I do. It's right here. So mist the back side of your embossing, of what you're embossing, because it will make it bend easier. It'll make the pattern show up better. The fibers kind of work a little bit better in there. Don't tear as easily. And this is going to be amazing. I hope it is. I hope it is. Okay, so here's the thing. This folder isn't a 3D folder, so these stitches don't show as well, but they do show. So, and this is the folder that I used. It's gonna, you can see kind of on the back a little bit better actually, but you can see the stitching and the leather work. It's kind of what I was aiming for there, but you can see it on here. It's easier in person, of course. And I'm gonna trim back some of this. Right around the folder's design. Okay, how's that gonna look? I hate it. I hate it. Don't like it at all. So, yeah, I don't like it at all. I don't. Now, why don't I like it? Not exactly sure. It just doesn't, it's not working for me. Maybe it's just so different than the front. It really isn't, but it is. What can we do about that? Why isn't that sticking? I didn't have enough glue in there, I guess. Maybe because it sticks out too much. I wonder if, maybe because there's just too much, probably because there's too much frame around it. I'm not liking the size of it, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna have to scrap that idea for now. We're gonna figure out another way to do that. I'm not sure yet. We'll come back to it. But I do wanna go back around here with some gilding wax since we have it out. I do want to touch the edges here a little bit more. This is the part we won't rough up. We'll rough up the rest of it, but leather wouldn't necessarily do that, would it? I don't know, maybe. I don't need to do that part because it's going to be covered. I need to figure out my enclosure too. Since this was an on the spot decision, I don't have all these details figured out yet. I thought I had a few of them, but now that I've got my eye thinking differently, I'm gonna have to rethink. Are we good so far? I think that works a little better than before. I'm just gonna kind of go along where those stitches would be, just to kind of hint that they're there. Lightly do that. And we can go around this piece. Give me some more. Got some on the bag, but that's okay. Got a little too much back there. I'm going to see if I can get any of that off. I don't really like that way. Too much, too much. That's one thing about this wax is that it's really hard to get off once it's on. But I think I can go in and get some of it off. Yep, I can. Good. So we can do a redo. This is just a regular old wet wipe. Just scrub it a little bit if it's too much. Now, I don't know if it's going to... Well, yeah, I need to get it off that part. If I can, and I can. Perfect. Let that dry and we'll reapply. Use my skirt. Oh, I got some here too. How did I do that? Okay. Did I get some on my finger? I don't know. I'll go a little lighter this time. That is lighter, but not light. I'm going to be happy when this straightens up and it's not so bendy. I kind of need to make this thing up here kind of the same as the front, if I can. There. Okay, so that's that. I think we're off to a good start. I want to round these edges too. I don't know if it's probably too thick to do that now. Or my fingers are too slimy. Did I at least mark it? I marked it. So that will allow me to take my scissors and cut. Right there. And right there. You know what would also be fun is to do a waterfall. Waterfall, is that the, yep, that's the word I'm looking for. Insert in here. So that the pictures, so like I could do a photo, like a photo album. Oh, that would be so cute. Photo album here. Well, if we open it up though, okay, so here's what I'm thinking. We'll do an accordion file that opens this way, put a journal in the middle, and we'll do an accordion picture flip thing here. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And we're going to train this thing to not be bendy. It's going to all work itself out. You guys, I'm super excited. How long have we been on here for now? We're just about done our time, haven't we? Yes, we have. I'm going to go ahead and call it a day on this one for now. But you guys, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button and stay tuned for the rest of it. This is going to be a fun project. It's coming along. It's coming along real well now that I've got an idea. Obviously, some of the things I've thought about didn't quite work out or didn't work out the way I wanted them to. But that just means that it's going to be better because now we know that won't work. So yay, we got that out of the way and we're going to have some fun creating the rest of this little journal, this romantic accordion folder journal purse thing that I need a name for. Anybody got ideas for names? Please leave them in the comment box because I could use some help. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining me and playing in the craft room today. I hope to see you in the next video. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.